I think in 10 years, people are going to look at marriage like we kind of look at smoking. Like, people are going to look at it and be like, doesn't that make you sicker? I mean, just think about it. Like, we know that marriage isn't benefiting women. So women tend to be sicker later on in their lives from the emotional, mental load that we take on in addition to being breadwinners. I have never regretted for 1 second getting divorced. I was eating lunch with this woman a few weeks ago. She's in her 50s. And she was like, well, you don't want to be like 51 and still doing this. And I was like, still doing what? What exactly should I not be doing at 51? And what exactly am I supposed to be doing at 51? Girl, I'm just living life. I am living. I do whatever I want, when I want, with whoever I want. And I have fuck you money, so I can do that too. I don't have a path. There's no path. I got off the path that everyone else, and actually I wouldn't even call it a path. It was a conveyor belt. I'm in nature, babe. I'm on the side of the mountain in rich terrain. I also just saw an article where it was talking about how there's a transfer of wealth happening where women are going to own 50% of the wealth. They already do. I should look it up. The change is here. There is nothing I want to be doing that I'm not already doing. I am living my best life. When I'm 51, I'll be living it then too. And it has nothing to do with my relationship status. I'm so grateful I deconstructed this for myself.
Okay. And that last line just is it, isn't it? She's so grateful she deconstructed this for herself. This is like her online therapy session. She just did an online therapy session with all of you to try to convince herself, who got divorced and is alone and is in her 50s and is probably doing some stuff that you 20-year-olds do, and now she's feeling a little funny about it, but she has to convince herself that she made the right decision and to convince all of you, right? So she did this video. She's like, oh, I'm so glad I deconstructed this. Yeah, go me. Yeah, team me. I don't have to answer to anyone. And yeah, this is amazing. Yeah. The only person who doesn't believe it, though, is who? Her, right? You wouldn't be doing this video, honey. You wouldn't be doing this video telling everybody how happy you are and all this. If you actually felt happy, you'd just be living. You wouldn't be saying, I'm just living. You'd just be living, right? Okay, there's so much here. There's just so much here. She says she never regretted her divorce. Okay, maybe, I don't know what that situation is. But again, you wouldn't be doing all this, right? If you had made a decision that you felt really comfortable with and you were just looking at your peers, right? And you were feeling like, no, you know what? This is the right path, not just for me, but for everyone, right? There's a transfer of wealth happening. This is the I don't need a man. Well, women are going to be all making all the money. So what do you need a man for? Till the toilet breaks at, 3 a.m. and she's, what do I do? It's leaking. The whole house. Or the roof. I can just call a plumber, Jed. I don't need a man. Really? Oh, okay. Try Sunday at noon. You good luck, honey. Good luck. You'd be covered in all sorts of stuff from the bathroom, wishing that there was a guy there to fix your problem. I'm just telling you, right? I'm just telling you. The water filter under the sink needs to be installed. You're not doing it. You got to call somebody. The washer dryer needs to be put on a pedestal. My husband the other day lifted. I come home and he's lifting the washer dryer. Washer and then dry. You know how heavy a washer dryer is? He just lifted it up onto the pedestal. And I was just like, wow. I looked at it and I thought he had already set up the water filter under the sink, which was, I don't know, more tubes than I ever need to see in life. And I was just like, wow. He set up the whole studio. I'm like, what would I be doing, man? I would have to outsource these things, right? And don't tell me, well, yeah, but there's women who do this stuff. They put on their tool belt. Okay, honey, right? 1 in a million. Don't talk to me about that one female construction worker that you saw in the last 50 years. Just don't use examples like that. Okay, back to the clip. Wow, I write so sloppy. I have all this to say. And then I'm like, what the hell did I just write down? Okay, so at 51 or at 50, however old she is, do you really want to be having like a rotation of men? Doing whatever you want, however you want. That's what that means. What she's trying to say is like, I can just have a guy when I want him. And then I don't. And then I can have another guy. I mean, then is that really, be honest, do you think that's a satisfying way to live in that stage of life? Really, honestly, it's not a satisfying way to live at 25. That's why they're all drinking and taking antidepressants and all of that stuff and on birth control pills. They don't know what to do with themselves to create fake happiness. So don't tell me that that is a contented state of mind at 51. When you're looking at your peers and they're married, and yeah, there's ups and downs in marriage. Of course, duh. You ride that wave. You got somebody there through thick and thin, sickness and in health. You've got, affection and support and love. And there's kids and there's grandkids and there's family gatherings. And you're what? Doing like some rotation of guys at 51? I mean, listen, honey, be realistic about the contentedness or lack thereof that resides in a life that, you know, has male rotations as a 51-year-old woman or however old you actually are. I love that. I am living. Don't you love it when somebody's like, I am so happy. And they're like, inside, they're like, you know, I don't have to tell you twice. Then she says, women are so unhappy. Marriage is just bad for women. How so, really? Let's talk about it. And then she says a little key line, because we have to do all the stuff in addition to being the breadwinners. Who decided that? You decided that. Because you decided that you wanted to be the woman in the relationship and the man, right? You did. You decided, I want to be empowered. I want to be the workhorse. I want to be the breadwinner. I want all the power. And I also, you know, because I am the woman, am viewed as responsible for making the house a home and, you know, tidying up and being the mom. How did I get all those labels? Because naturally, that's what women do. So you're now doing it all because you made that decision. You're doing the female roles that are natural to you. You all know it. Women see something that's messy, they got to fix it. And I'll get into that. I'm going to do a short thing about that at the end. Let me write a little note. Women and messy apartments. You see something messy, you got to clean it up, right? There's things that women care about that guys don't notice, right? I could have, like, right now I'm in my studio and there's a sack of wires on the floor that I'm going to have to tidy up because I need it to look a certain way. My husband's like, well, who cares? I do, right? And, you know, the vacuum cleaner gets a workout with me and I love that. And there's things that women just naturally, by and large, do. They just gravitate toward in the home, right? Organizing, all of that stuff. So when you're doing that stuff that's natural to you as a woman, and then you decide you want to take on all of I want to be the breadwinner and I want to do this and I want to do that. So now you're the woman and the man and you're stressed out. And you know what happens? You take that stress of having to be the breadwinner and having to work all day and having to go into the office setting and having to do all that. You take that and you bring it home and you unload it in resentment, right? You say, well, now I'm resentful because I'm doing everything and he's just working. You've created that dynamic in your house. And this is another topic I talk about all the time, is that women create this self-empowerment, work like a man, same amount of hours, and be the breadwinner like a man and all that. And a lot of them are just downright miserable. Our hormones aren't designed like this. Testosterone is so smooth, right? We have ups and downs in our cycle. There's times of your cycle as a woman where you have a progesterone. Like, do you ever look at hormonal stuff? Ladies out there, and guys should know this too. Women's hormones, we all talk about, oh my God, our hormones, they're a little crazy. Yeah, it makes us a little crazy, and it's not the easiest to bear all the time, but it also, think about that crazy going on in our bodies, not always fun. But it makes it so that working out is different. You're not supposed to do like your hard workouts in the second half of the cycle. You're supposed to sleep more. Way more in the second half of your cycle. You're supposed to eat more. You're supposed to eat more carbs in the second half of your cycle because you kind of just, every woman knows the second half of the cycle, you know, you don't think that that applies to your work as well, that it impacts you differently to go do these grinding jobs, crazy, 9 to 6 and all night. It impacts you differently. And then you get cranky and mad about it because you took that onus on yourself because you had to be the man of the house. And now you're mad about it. You're like, I have to be the woman. I have to be the man. No, you don't have to be. You decided to be. And now you're miserable. You brought all that negative energy into the house and now you're divorced. What role did you play in it? Just ask yourself. And she says, I have FU money, all this. I have FU money. I don't need you. It's not just about, I love these people who talk about money. Is money important? Yes. Does money give you a sense of freedom? Yes. Is money going to make you happy? Not necessarily. No. And especially not if you're a female. I know, but these women hop on the yachts with the guys. Yeah, it doesn't always, that's like a moment in time because women like affection and love and tenderness and partnership. And by partnership, I mean that you've got somebody there for you at the end of the day. I know Rolo's somewhere like, oh, she used that word again. I thought you'd changed, Jed. You know what I mean. Husband-wife union is what I mean. Women naturally crave that. Why not, right? It's a natural thing. Because life is full of ups and downs, and we want to be held through the tough times. I know there's feminists out there that are they're just like they've turned to stone as I've said that. Women want to be held through tough times, Why? Guys don't need to be held, so we don't need to be held. Meantime, inside, it's like just shattered glass, like waiting for, Prince Charming. And then she says the transfer of wealth. She talks about that, which is, listen, they're talking about women making more money now, and where this I don't need a man came from, that now they're out there and they're making money, so they don't need guys. And it's just, this bringing guys down to just a wallet all the time. Well, I don't need a man. I have a great salary. Okay, well then why are you on the internet doing a therapy session, honey? Because something's going on that's like not so happy on the inside. Because you know what? Men bring other things to the table that you do want and you do need. It's not just about their wallet, and it's not just about your wallet. It's not just about money.